How can something be both very close and very far away? And how do you find what's left when all that's left is right? Find out next on The Adventurers Guild. On the continent of Volanta, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged, where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild. Hello and welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Paul Cosca, and you are watching a weekly live stream Dungeons & Dragons anthology show. Tonight we're starting a brand new mission. We're very excited and I hope you are excited too. So let's go ahead and before we get going, let's introduce the players that are going on this mission with us. We have Megan, Nicole, Alex, Chris, Nico, Zach, and Lauren. Your names were backwards, Nico and Zach. I was like, wait. I looked over and I was totally thrown. Is everyone excited for me to try Whimsy again? How excited are we?
Yes,
so ready.
So yes,
for our viewers, for our viewers, the last time Paul tried Whimsy, it essentially turned into like a Saw film.
And my character died.
Yeah, and he had a character death. So
those are whimsical films.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I
think you nailed it, Paul. I think you nailed it.
There is a certain amount of whimsy.
Nailed something. So.
The whimsical soap opera.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating more of like an Alice in Wonderland vibe tonight, though. So more what's gonna happen.
I mean, you've never read my adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, though, so there is that.
Wait, do you really have an adaptation of Alice in Wonderland?
I mean, maybe let's not get into that at the moment.
That's not whimsical.
later, I need to know.
But we're starting a brand new mission. We got a few new characters for tonight, and I really feel like tonight's the night. I feel like tonight is the night that we sell all of this, the whole brand, to Arby's, and only do Arby's themed adventures from here on out.
I dig it.
That's so
I mean, Wendy's
random.
did try to do that already.
Okay.
I feel like they'd
Does
be
it include?
Arby's would do it better. That's true.
Does it include a point-and-click romance game like KFC came out with?
I'm sure it could.
Because I want that.
Or maybe the whole thing is almost unchanged, except that instead of gold, the currency is horsey sauce.
Okay.
I think that's doable.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Wendy's actually have a Dungeons and Dragons thing though?
They did.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Critical Role did it and then took the video down.
So
It's actually pretty good.
Arby's, give me a call. I'm open. This is a market that you can get into, and we are ready for that.
It's a robust market.
I mean, Arby's has curly fries, right?
Yeah.
So done.
Yeah.
Like those are the most whimsical food.
There is no question that I can easily incorporate the entire Arby's menu into this homebrew world. So it's just a quick email and a check, and that's it. We're Arby's themed all the way. So give me a call. I know that you're probably watching.
We just go on the search for like the perfect barbecue sauce, like.
It feels like a joke, but on the other hand, that would be hilarious. That would be
amazing. Yeah,
it would be great.
There would be nothing bad about that.
No.
And if we all got free Arby's,
oh my god! But
do we already?
Yeah. Do we already have the meat, or do we have to go find it?
It's the quest to find the meats.
Okay.
Thank you for that one, Megan. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
that was
I'm only half joking.
No,
So
none of us are
we.
joking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do any of these.
Completely serious.
Yeah, someone,
You had me at free food, so
someone
that's
tweet
not-
Arby's right now.
Like Wendy's already did it, and then people got flack from it. I would be totally upfront and be like,
Exactly.
"We're getting paid, and I'm just in Arby's is all."
Just
in Arby's.
curly fries.
All right,
Really fast.
let's go ahead and let's jump in to tonight's mission. So, for those of you who were previously on the island of Beorna, you've had about 5 days since you got back. You've had checkups and a lot of cleansings from several clerics in the guild, just making sure that you are healthy and ready to go, and all of you seem to be totally fine. Your report was received with great interest, and you've heard that a team of researchers is already headed to the island to investigate the tower that you found. For those who are new, you've spent some time in the basement of the Adventurers Guild, probably longer than you'd like, considering how cold the weather has turned. There are a couple of small pot-bellied stoves down here in the basement, and not much else for warmth. So it's a pretty significant relief when the young men in black robes come collect you and bring you upstairs. The briefing room up here, large room full of chairs and pews and all kinds of things. There's a big roaring fire going in the fireplace. And for those who just came up, it's probably might be where you're headed first, because you gotta shake off some of the chill. At the end of the room, behind a large desk, is Mariah Olmsted. She's sorting some papers into neat piles. She waits for everyone to enter, then stands at her desk. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you. Glad to see you all in good health. For those who don't know me, I'm Mariah, and I'm in charge of mission assignments at the Guild. Not the boss, but your boss, as it were. Before we get going, let me go ahead and grab names for the ledger. And she pulls over this really large ledger book, and she opens it up and begins calling people over. Who is up first?
Roderick would definitely go first.
Okay. And just so that we start fresh every time, Roderick, go ahead and describe what people see as you cross the room towards the book.
Yeah, so as Roderick is crossing the room, you get a sense of someone who is incredibly confident. He looks very opulent. He's wearing clothing that has a lot of orange and purple accents, kind of a long flowing overcoat. He's got a rakish hat that has a feather on it. He's got long shoulder-length wavy blonde hair. He's got a smile it'll melt you. It'll melt you. And yeah, he walks up to the ledger and he kind of gives Mariah a little wink and says, "Well, Mariah, you know what they say." And he waits.
What was your name again?
Oh, yes, sorry, Roderick. You remember from about a week ago, Roderick?
She writes the name down. All right, who's next then?
Yes, you know it.
I'm gonna walk up and kind of just like nudge Roderick out of the way. Just
Are you still Crickstump?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we didn't know if you were bringing somebody new.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Roderick is not happy that you were touching him.
Zach, why don't you go ahead and describe Crickstump? What do we see as Crickstump crosses the room?
Crickstump walks up. He's a very common looking wood elf, like brown hair. Like he's not the tallest, but he's pointy ears. He's got a brown like tunic on with a green cape over the back and a lot of like green like inlays into his clothing. He carries around a quarterstaff that's kind of strapped along his back, and other than that, he's not too interesting looking. Other than that, at the moment, so
we did establish last time you were the shortest.
Of
the regular sized people.
Surprisingly
in the group.
enough,
I think by an inch or two. So yeah. but not like super short. So
I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
I think it was five. I think 5'4" or 5'3".
I think so. 5'4".
That's not that bad. That's average.
He's not last by a lot. He's just last by a tiny bit. So that's okay.
I think Hasan would say it's a lot, but
oh yeah.
Gotta take whatever I can get.
Yeah.
Right.
So Mariah writes Crickstump's name in the book.
Denver will kind of step up behind Roderick and just say, "Oh, what were you gonna say? You sound like you had something, pretty good in there."
Oh, yes, once you've lived upstairs, you don't ever live back downstairs. It made more sense in the moment.
You do when you get older. Though.
Yeah, you can work on that one.
Actually,
work on that one.
Roderick, when you get older, you actually do go back downstairs.
Usually.
Yeah, because you don't want to climb the stairs when you get older.
Not as nice on your hooves going upstairs.
What? Yeah. I don't have hooves. What?
Feet, whatever. And just to describe Denra as well, she is about 7.5 feet tall, big old horns, kind of curling upwards, is a minotaur with kind of auburn fur and kind of a darker shaded nose, and with a ring on her inner nose as well. Carrying a glaive on her back and what looks like a kind of patchwork clothes that she looks like she's made herself out of what looks like fur and feathers, and you can see on the waist, like right in front of her crotch, is this kind of beak shape of the owlbear face, because her whole thing is made of owlbear. You would have, Roderick and everybody else would have known this. Sorry, I'm not the best at describing right now. My brain.
I apologize.
My brain's deteriorating. But yes, that was Denra.
All right, she grabs Denra's name. Who is up next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Hasan pretty much skips up to the desk in a great mood as always. Big old smile, pearly white teeth. He is a young man in his early to mid 20s. He has rose-colored pink hair, tan skin, wears tight-fitted, neutral-colored clothing, carries several instruments with him. Yeah, and he says, "Oh, yes, it's me. Hey, son, I'm here."
Hello, Hasan. And she writes the name down.
Oh, you remember Hasan?
And Denra and Crickstump.
What?
Don't take it personally, Robert.
I mean, I don't know if there's any other way to take it, Hasan.
I have
it's all right.
here quite a bit longer than you have.
Yes, but look at you and look at me. And,
all right, Roderick, just...
who's up next?
Before you get punched by Hasan. I would love to see that moment, though.
Shambling up as this like kind of banter conversation is having, kind of like shambling up and like kind of like pushing people out of the way. This very, very old Dragonborn who probably would be much closer to the height of Denra if he ever stood up straight, but in his hunched form, he stands about the same height as Crickstump.
Wow. That's really short.
That is quite
like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So he's very hunched over, walks through. Yeah. Are you gonna do anything about this heat? It's gosh darn awful down there anyway. And you'll walk up and you'll slam a giant musket on the desk and point to her and be like, "The name's Creven Myaston, and don't forget it. And you know the crew, whatever." You'll walk back through and you'll shove Roderick out of the way and be like, "Get out of my way, pretty boy." And then he'll like hunch back over and then slump back down on a bench seat.
Hey, he called you pretty.
He did?
That's something,
noticed,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I like him.
You know, he also called you a boy, so
That's true.
I mean, that's correct.
not a man.
But yes, no, that's his personality. But no, as he shambled by, any form of like countless forms of long range weapons seem to be strapped all over him. He is a bronze dragonborn. So basically the bronzing has kind of like a greenish, like oxidized metal look. So like all of like his underbelly, like what would be like soft tissue side, is all in this kind of oxidized green color. But then like all of like the exterior where like his scales and stuff are just looks straight up like polished bronze. but it is all heavily scorched with scorch marks. He is also wearing these 2 spectacles that are kind of large for his face, and they have like a lot of gears kind of like ticking along and like clicking around on them. And then yes, just hunched over, and then he's got like this white dragon hair kind of like squabbling down his back, and then he's got these 2 kind of large finned ears that kind of come out on the sides of his head, that are at 2 like odd angles, and one is like very white and polished in a color, and the other one's scorched very dark. And then just relatively simple clothing other than that, and he does have a tail, which is the same thing. The underside of the tail is all got the bronze and green, and then the exterior, the top of it is very much a metallic look. So
I have to say,
Crazy.
Nico always gives me a freaking run for my money when I have to draw characters. There has never been more of an easy drawing.
Never.
Heisan wears brown.
It's just all
It's a brown clothed human.
pink hair.
Pink hair. Simple.
All right.
Simple and adorable.
So Mariah grabs Kriven's name. Who is up next? At 2 left.
I'll go next.
Okay.
So walking up is a Warforged, but a very smooth, clean Warforged. She's in blue grays, but her eyes are like a bright blue. Her light bulb eye things are bright blue. Think kind of like E from Mass Effect, but not that sexy. But she still has some curve that's hiding under her simple clothes that kind of hide it, so she blends in a little bit, but also she's a Warforged, so she doesn't. In a simple pack, and she just walks up and says, "Greetings, I am Zayla."
All right. Do you mind spelling that for me?
Zayla, 7-A-Y-L-A. Zayla.
I should have guessed that. All right. Thank you.
She has a number in her.
She walks back.
I say that to like Roderick.
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
when Zayla walks back, Kriven will like actually like look up from being hunched over by the fire and like look over and be like, and he'll like shuffle over and be like, "Oh, excellent craftsmanship, I must say, spectacular. What was your name again?"
Zayla.
Very nice to meet you. I'm Kriven Myerson. Anyway, and he'll shamble back over to the fire.
Nico, I am gonna cry. That is the best. Oh my god.
Luxana, I think you're last.
It's so fucking funny.
She's still kind of back. She's been in the back of the room the entire time. She'll kind of scoot forward a couple paces and say, "I've been here before."
Oh, yes. All right. Fine. Okay. I think that settles everyone then.
You want me to describe her, or?
If you'd like to. I mean, you can be a mystery if you
No,
want.
everybody else gets to. You don't.
You took 2 steps and wanted to remain
we're
mysterious,
good.
so it's kind of up to you. Why don't you describe what people would see if they quickly glance back as you hide back in the shadows again?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so Luxana is a wood elf, fairly tall for her race, and she has some tan skin. She's wearing like fairly simple clothes, kind of grungy, like they're definitely lived in. She seethes just like attitude is just coming from every direction off of her. She has 2 necklaces, notably. She has one with a simple crystal around her neck, and then she has a rock that is simply tied with leather, and it is around her neck. She also, the thing to note, she has a raven sitting on her shoulder. She has like long, kind of copper bronzy hair. And she just kind of generally looks pissed. And that's it.
All right. So, Mariah closes up the ledger, and she says, excellent. Let's go ahead and move on to today's assignment. Your mission today comes from a local here in Takar, someone who's fairly well known to us here at the Guild. He doesn't work for us, but he's done work for us. He's very much his own thing. His name is Zakan, and that is the most ordinary thing about him. Zakan is a wizard of some renown, an enchanter, quite powerful, very learned, not so great with people. Not a bad sort, just eccentric. He's always doing research on one thing or another, lots of experiments, and he's requested the Guild's assistance in his latest research project. In his letter, yes, he wrote a letter, he does live in town, he said he couldn't explain the details on the research as he believes someone is spying on his mail, but he did say that he would explain all once you arrive. He's also paying a quite generous 40 gold per person for the task. So, maybe it's some light clerical work, killing rats in his basement. Zakan is a good man, just odd. He lives in a fairly decent-sized house just north of the city gate. I'll mark it on your map. So, please go assist Zakan in whatever odd job of research he's got cooking up in his tower, and maybe he'll be back in time for supper here at the Guild. Who knows?
Excuse me.
Yes.
I can't help but think that, based on this description, that maybe you're sending us to be lab rats to a mad wizard experimenter. Is that what's happening? Is anyone else getting that?
They would never do that. No, they wouldn't.
Oh, well, I mean...
You wouldn't, right?
The hesitation alone speaks volumes.
Well, I guess the question would be, he is paying you for it.
It's 40 gold.
40 gold is...
No, babe.
I knew you'd break it that.
Scared of wizards?
So, you know, like I said, I've worked with... I've known Zakan for a long time. He's not the sort to just... He's not a bad person. He's just weird.
All right.
I mean, if it pays 40 gold, as long as we can find someone to fight honorably, of course. But
Eventually,
I have no idea about that. But any other questions?
Yeah. Where does this guy live?
They
She said he lives just north of town, and she made a mark on one of your maps. So once you get out of town, he's just north. You'll spot the house pretty quickly.
All right, and then I walk up to her and be like, "Oh, sorry. Typically, you give us like a potion or so. I was gonna take it, but
I have nothing to requisition you this time because it's you know, just right there.
Let's get going!
Oh, yes, let's go.
If you have any questions, please feel free. But if not,
yeah. Sorry about that. Force of habit. I'm gonna.
No, usually it's for me as well. It's just this is so perhaps
So local.
simple and local.
All right.
Let's hope it's simple. I doubt it, but especially if a wizard's involved.
Roderick goes over to Hasan and just whispers, "Do you think the machine is coming with us?"
Oh, you know, I believe that she, I think it's a she, is a person, you know, not quite all machine, quite all person. So
It's remarkable. What are you talking about, youngin?
Yeah. Well, thank you. I am quite young. But
it wasn't a
It's got
compliment.
remarkable ears.
no, I mean, sorry. I know we're talking about you in front of you, but are you a you?
Mariah butts
Yes.
in. Do you have any questions for me? Because otherwise, I'm.
oh, we'll get out of your hair. I'm so sorry.
We
Come
can
on,
have
come on.
this conversation outside. Yes.
Yeah, can we just go?
Roderick, come on.
Let's just get
And
going.
the young
Just
men in
push
dark
Roderick.
robes come and collect you and bring you out, and you find yourselves out on the front steps of the guild here in the bustling city of Takar. And you
Who
can
has
continue
the
your
map?
conversation there.
Who has the map, by the way?
I'll take it.
Yeah, Crickstump's probably best.
Oh,
keep it.
well, Luxana is gonna like be annoyingly in your face and trying to be in charge of leading us.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna let you. But
Does anyone have any business they would like to take care of before heading to this wizard's house?
Yes. Do actually, I'll look over at Creven. You look well armed and knowledgeable about these particular. I'll kind of point to your rifle. These particular kinds of weapons. We fought some pirates recently, and I looted their pistols. Do you know where or how much that they would sell for?
Hey, Liam told me all about that. Let me see.
You know Liam?
Hey, of course.
No,
We
not
serve
of
on the same
course.
ship. We serve on the same ship.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Of course.
Roderick doesn't yet understand the Nico cinematic universe.
Even will like look at Denra and point at Roderick and be like, "What is wrong with this man?"
Humans.
we don't know.
Criven, go ahead and make a history check to see if you do know where such things could be sold.
10.
God dang it.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
You know, back where you came from, you would definitely have an answer for this.
Oh yeah.
Here,
Came from?
you're really not so sure about that.
Scared to know what that means.
I mean, what? I kind of know a little bit about it, but I mean, really, why would you want to ever get rid of it? It's remarkable
Well,
craftsmanship, all of it.
Well, I mean, are they? I don't know. I just
Yeah,
think about
absolutely.
Pirates and I my hands are a little too big for those little trigger holes. So and I'm just not very good with these. I mean, Roderick might be good with it. He's pretty dexterous, but they're not very.
I'm quite good, actually. Yeah.
They're not. I don't have any bullets, but I don't know. I've picked them up. I knew they're pretty worthwhile, so I'd sell them for a good penny or
Yeah,
get use
if
out of
you
them.
look around, maybe some blacksmiths will burn it down or something like that. I don't really know. I mean, it's a little bit of everything, really. You're the.
She's a minotaur.
Yes,
I wasn't
Roderick.
talking to you. I
I
really
was just
wasn't.
trying to help.
I
You seemed
really
like you were
was
stuck.
not talking to you. Anyway, you're the Denver, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Liam wouldn't shut up about you anyway. All right,
Oh my God, Denra. If she, man, her fur is already auburn, but it just turns a deep scarlet on her entire face, and you
yeah,
can.
it was
What?
it was awful.
He
awful,
said
anyway.
what?
Well,
What did he say? What did he say? Please, we want to know.
Tell us.
I'm gonna start
Yes.
walking away with them.
Well, I'm like I will continue following. I'm not gonna try and slow us down with this silliness.
Luxana is right next to you.
And I'm literally like good.
Hey, son.
Hasan has an errand, but he wants to pull Roderick aside for a second, if he can. Try to, and be like, do you have a moment, Roderick?
Yes, I mean, we should probably keep walking, but maybe just further back, if that's all right.
Yeah, no, yes.
It's like separated.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I just wanted to, apologize for, hitting you before. I was pretty upset, but it doesn't justify any sort of physical violence. Well, I think maybe we might have got off on the wrong foot a little bit, when we first met, and I really want us to be friends, so I thought, well, I just wanted to express that to you, and I was just about to, go have a letter sent, and I just wanted to know if you maybe wanted to walk with me. But we're all walking the same way, so I don't know if splitting up.
Hey, son.
Yes.
I would love to walk with you.
Oh, okay, good. Yes. It won't take very long, but just.
I hope it does.
Oh well.
I hope it doesn't. We shouldn't stay apart for too long, but just. That's the only part I heard.
Not block me right now.
I'm like, gotta run forward. Just
we-
make sure you come back.
You know what they say, Denra.
No, I don't. Go this way.
Three's a crowd, damn it!
They do say that.
They actually do say that.
I mean, every now and then Roderick actually does have a saying.
We need a drinking game for that. Anytime he says a real one, drink.
You won't drink too much.
I would ask, like, Crickstump, though, like, if we should meet at a certain spot, though. Like,
Yeah, you should meet at the spot that we're going right now.
Yes.
I'll mark it on my map and we'll catch up to them.
Okay.
Roderick is also looking for a place to buy some playing cards.
Then I would say the North Gate is probably a fair place to meet, just because it's everybody would know it even without a map.
The North Gate,
Yeah.
it is.
Yep.
All right. So Denra, are you going to find a buyer for the guns? Is that?
Would I know of an artificer that works in town? Because I know that there is one from another game, but I don't know if Denra does.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. Oh wow, natural 19 for a 20.
Okay. The best place that you can figure. Why I don't have my shops here pulled up, I have no idea.
Dropping the ball.
Shame.
Scared.
Why didn't I copy those into that folder? That is really super weird. The best that you can figure in terms of someone that might be able to purchase these would be the Baron. The Baron is
Sound familiar?
he sells high-end and custom weaponry.
Layla can't
Thinking of the
blush. She
Baron from
doesn't know who he
Different
is.
city, different person.
I know.
Oh, Baron, right? That yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So there
That one.
are several blacksmith shops in town.
Shops, yeah.
The Baron's is by far the most expensive and the fanciest.
Okay. So they probably have a good eye for things like that. So, yeah, she'd definitely go there. Oh man, what if a random budding romance?
Okay.
Love triangle.
You better fucking not. Jiraiya will kill you.
Without
You'll appear
role-playing
from the
it,
other universe.
I'd like to
Denra,
see your try.
Denra, go ahead and roll a persuasion check just to see what kind of price you can get for these.
I've got.
Got 4.
Yeah.
Lauren's finally on the same page.
I finally got what the a while ago, and my other character.
It was a long time ago.
So.
Yeah, it was,
It was a while ago. Yeah.
Creven will accompany Denra because he's curious to learn about the people who have these intel in town.
Hey.
and I got a 19 on my persuasion check.
Nice.
All right.
Rolling nice right now. It's not gonna last long.
So you are able to get the Baron up from his forge. He is almost a foot taller than you, Denra. Just a huge Goliath. There is at the front, what would be like the counter, there is a normal counter height, and then there is a counter height that is appropriate for him. So he sets those on the taller counter. Takes a look at them.
I got them from some pirates. They were waylaying some merchants, and we helped them. So I figured I'd bring them back and try and sell them.
Oh.
I can't use them.
Well, they look operational, but they look like they've had a bit of experience.
Sure.
He kind of really looks them over. And as he's looking, you can see there's rust in some places, and anything that that hangs around the sea for too long is going to do that.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, if I'm going to turn around and sell these to someone else, they're going to need a pretty good cleaning, at the very least. Got to test them, make sure they're all operational and safe. I'll give you 15 gold each for them."
Creven will look over it and be like, over at Denver and be like, it's not actually half that bad.
That's 60 gold for the 4.
That's not that bad. Well, Chris knows it is, but Denra doesn't. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that roll before precludes any other possibilities of persuasion.
Yeah, that was the persuasion.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Yeah. Well, if you think this is a good price, I think that's a good price.
All
60
right.
gold it is for the lot.
There you go. He takes the 4 guns, and you get 60 gold.
Great. Awesome.
I've obviously never seen Pawn Stars, because Criven should have been like, well, I'm a gun expert, and I know.
Yeah, right. He is, too. I'm surprised he didn't say anything.
Listen, best I can do is 15 gold.
Best I can do. It is
They're not
legitimately that
great
feeling.
guns.
They're not. But hey,
I know a guy who knows everything there is to know about pirate guns.
Yeah.
Let me just call him up.
We'll talk to him.
Yep.
We'll get you straightened out.
Maybe
We get my
24
phone.
hours.
Out and give him a call.
They do have an expert for every single type of thing.
Everything.
It's because that whole show's fake. It's really
Yeah.
fake.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, 18th century buttons? Yeah, I've got a guy. Let me get, hold on. I got a second.
Yeah, specifically about that.
I just want one of those shows to be real.
Right? Just one.
They wouldn't be entertaining if they were
I
real.
know.
Antiques Roadshow. Also
Antique. That's fair.
Oh, that's true.
That's-
Antique
yeah,
Roadshow.
that's the-
Yeah.
Admittedly,
that's
the
good.
realness doesn't keep me from watching Storage Wars at all. I'll still watch it.
Oh my gosh,
I love
Storage
Storage Wars.
And American Pickers. Every time I'm in a hotel room, anywhere, it's American Pickers.
Yeah. It's
It's
always
like-
on.
And what's fascinating about American Pickers is that the same house could be on Hoarders or American Pickers, just depending on who shows up. And the tone of the show totally changes. Oh man, you are completely buried alive in old newspapers? That's great. I want to look at all these.
That's what I want.
They're not big on therapy in American Pickers.
Nope.
All right. So Denra, your errand has completed. Hasan and Roderick, you do know of couriers in town where you could deliver the letter, so you don't have to roll for. There aren't that many in town.
He does this after every mission, so
Yeah.
he would just go to the same one he went to that one time.
Got it. So you two are walking along towards the couriers.
Sweet. I'm keeping a lookout for a shop that has playing cards.
Oh, that's right.
Sure. Go
I
ahead and
probably-
make an investigation check, Roderick.
And I would get easily distracted by any, I don't know, like fresh bread sellers on the street. You know?
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Hasan.
I got a 22.
Okay.
I got when it's food, I always roll good.
Every time.
That is
Only when it's food.
That's a 21.
All right. Hasan,
Knows.
you do pass. You smell it first.
I know.
The smell of bread floats in the air, hits your nose. There is a cart that is selling mostly whole loaves of bread, but also a few smaller sweets.
I say, do you smell that? Oh, look over there. Are you hungry, Roderick?
I mean, yeah, I could
Me
eat.
too.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. And I like run over there. Just a real quick I promise it won't take very long.
An old human man, kind of wispy beard, is running the cart. Hey, what do you have?
What? What do you mean? What do I have? What do you have? The smell is absolutely delicious.
I think he means, what would you like? Hasan.
Yeah, yeah. What we have?
No, I have. Oh, I don't know. That. And I point to something small, and you know.
Yeah. 3 silver.
Make it 2, please, and I'll hand him a gold piece.
Oh no, I can.
Oh no, I've got this, Hasan.
Are you sure?
Yes. Think of it as think of it as my repayment for your wonderful apology before.
Oh well.
He takes out 2 of these, like palm-sized baked goods. They're wrapped in thin paper and hands them over. They're still fairly warm. Do you need change for the gold?
Yes, please.
Yeah. He hands you 4 silver back.
I do hand him 1 silver.
Yeah, thanks.
Is he kind of a grumpy old man?
Yeah, a little bit.
I smile so wide at him, saying, "Thank you. This is absolutely delicious. I hope you have a marvelous day."
You too.
Skips off.
It's it kind of feels like right before it snows, where it's a little frigid and kind of the temperature's dropping, and you feel like it's very still and calm, like the snow might fall at any time. As you dig into your pastry, you find that it is it's got a layer of kind of like almond paste inside. It's very tasty. It's got a dusting of sugar on top.
Through a mouthful, Hasan asked, "So are you looking for playing cards, you said?"
Yes, I thought we might continue our game, as I seem to recall last time you may have beaten me.
Yes, that is definitely what happened. I did beat you, and then I beat you at the race, and then you said I was never gonna beat you again, but I'm pretty sure I will beat you again.
Now, don't make me bring up me climbing the rope before you, Hasan.
Well, yes, I'm choosing to forget that moment.
Ah, I see.
Yes, so we'll just scratch that. That one doesn't count.
And as you finish your pastries, Roderick, you're looking through some shop windows, and you do see what looks to be a pack of playing cards in a shop window.
Oh, perfect. I'll just be a moment.
Oh, I'm coming in. I want to go.
Oh, delightful. Yeah.
You duck inside, and this is the best way to describe it would be like a junk shop. It's a very thin building. Like there were 2 other buildings that were already there, and someone just put this one in between them. And pretty much every square inch of flat surface is covered in stuff and full of stuff. There is stuff stacked on top of stuff. Large things in the back that you wouldn't even know how you would get out of this shop. And you're not even sure how they got in.
Magical place.
And back behind the counter, you do see a kobold smoking a cigar. As you walk in, "Oh, hello, welcome.
Yes, excuse me, shopkeep. Do you have any playing cards? I saw some in the window, but I'd like to see your selection, please."
He looks around at the piles and piles of things all around him.
System to this.
He reaches into one of the piles and says, "Oh yeah, just I've got," and pulls out 2 different decks and sets them on the counter.
What do they look like?
As you're taking a look at them, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
I have wandered off, and I am looking for jewelry. Absolutely.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I got a 20.
Not natural?
No, not natural. Dirty.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
I got a 12 for mine. Okay.
Roderick, you're looking at these 2 different packs of playing cards. One of them looks much older than the other. very in pretty good shape, but the printing looks older. The newer one looks fairly modern, like maybe out of one of the printing presses from the Capitol, like very standardized. The older one looks like it might have been hand painted. The cards are a little thicker.
Okay.
Both are quite lovely. The older one is definitely beautiful in a way that the newer one is not.
Okay. How much for this older pack here?
5 silver.
Oh, a bargain. Yes, here you go.
A bargain. We're just bargaining.
And I hand him a gold because I don't have actual 5 silver. I just have gold pieces.
Do you need change for this?
Yes, please.
Such a dick. He's like, man.
You're the guy who walks into 7-Eleven with a $100 bill and be like, I'd like a donut, please.
Yeah. I'll take a pack of chewing gum.
50 cents.
You are given 5 silver back. And you do have a pack of old playing cards.
Wonderful.
Hey, Son, you don't really find much in terms of jewelry. There's just so much.
Yeah,
so much stuff.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
I get
Was
it.
there more you wanted to look at, Hey Son? I found my things.
Oh, no, we can go. I'm good.
Excellent.
Thank you for your business.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yes.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too. He goes back to smoking his cigar.
You're so nice to everyone.
I love Paul's kobold voice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's pure gold.
yes, being polite is sort of a standard thing, you know.
Just something I'm not quite used to.
Well, that's disappointing to hear because I think more people should be happy, I suppose.
Yes, I think the longer I spend with you, I think the more I agree.
Good. Actually, I was going to ask you while we walk back to meet everyone. Where were you before you came to the guild, or I suppose what spurred you to come to the guild?
You know, it's not a tragic story, but it's not exactly an interesting story either.
Well, I think you should let me be the judge of that.
Well, I grew up in a household that was very sheltered. We never wanted for anything, and as such, I never got to do anything. And so, as soon as I could, I left. And I wanted to adventure, and I heard of the Adventurers Guild, and so I thought, perfect, the Adventurers Guild. And then I spent weeks in that godforsaken dungeon they call a basement. And then I came out and met you and went on that adventure, and here we are. So hopefully there will be more actual adventuring ahead, but it sounds like maybe today is just a walk.
Well, you never know. Most ordinary days can turn into something extraordinary if you're not careful, so.
That is what they say.
That is what they say. It's true. Well, interesting.
By this
I
point,
think your story is interesting. I decided, and it is.
I decided.
by this point, you have made it to the courier's office.
Okay. I would like to think at this point because last time he wrote the letter there, but can we say he wrote it in advance?
Yep.
So I can just drop it off. And
Certainly.
I don't remember the guy's name, but if it's the same guy, I call him by his name, obviously.
Sure.
Okay.
Obviously.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Well, Robert. I don't know.
Robert.
Probably not.
I just go up and say, "Oh, I'm just mailing this letter, if you wouldn't mind."
Oh yes, of course. Where is it headed? Is it already addressed? Just taking a look at the envelope.
Yes. To Candlekeep. Yes.
Oh, excellent. All right. That would be 1 gold to get it there.
Sure. And I give him a gold piece.
All right. Thank you very much.
You think if I paid more, could you get it there faster?
In this weather, I wouldn't count on it.
Okay, worth the shot.
Yeah.
But thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too.
I want to make a USPS joke, but I
Hey, son, what was that letter?
Oh, I was just writing back home.
And why did you need it to get there so quickly?
Oh, just no reason. I'm just anxious. I write back pretty often, and I haven't heard back since I left. So I don't know. Just anxious, I suppose.
Oh, I see. Well, you know what they say.
What do they say?
Well, no news is good news, Hasan. They do say that.
They do say that.
I don't think in this situation that no news is good news.
But they say that. Why would they say that if it wasn't the truth?
Well, if you had made someone angry when you left and you hadn't heard from them, even though you had apologized, that wouldn't necessarily be.
Now hold on a second, Hasan. You have made someone angry? I mean, what, did you beat them at cards and punch them in the face?
No, it's not like that. No, just an argument.
All right.
Shall we go?
Yes. I think we should. I think we're probably a little late. We should probably head to the north gate.
Might walk a little faster.
All right, then keep your secrets.
Wow.
We're building to the third act, Paul. Come on.
I can see it.
We'll get there.
But the third act of what kind of play? Is this Chekhov?
It's the
Is
Snyder
this
Cut.
Ibsen?
Well, let's see
Oh,
where your whimsy goes, and we'll see where ours goes.
Oh.
I was gonna say,
so Sam Shepard then. Great.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Ah!
Well,
Oh my god.
Hey,
There's
Sam
gonna be-
comes out
there's gonna
carrying a
be
dead
toasters.
lamb.
There's gonna be like toasters everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's Chekhov, like, I mean, like Roderick's gonna go over the field and shoot himself.
Oh, if it were Chekhov, Roger would just be like, well, you know what they say. Well, and then,
And since we're all Americans, we'll make it deeply unfunny and everybody will fall asleep.
Correct.
Yep.
Since you got to be Russian to get the jokes.
There are jokes?
In Russian.
In Russian.
It's the only jokes that exist in the language. They're all in Chekhov's plays.
Jesus. I mean, if you ever wanted to paint a picture of something being bleak, like, there it is.
Yeah.
Chekhov is funny to you. Oh, God.
Now they all know we're theater nerds.
This segment brought to you by Student Debt in Theater School.
No, we'll just get Ibsen to sponsor.
Please, Arby's.
Oh.
I have so much student debt.
Please, Arby.
I have a BFA in acting. Arby's, I need your help.
Oh, man.
So the party gathers back by the north gate. Crickstump, you had something?
I wanted to have a conversation with my people that I'm walking with. Like,
Sure.
Fine. I mean, if we're all just going to
No,
meet up.
Sure,
You're
we
not
got Crickstump and Luxana and
Zayla.
Zayla are all walking together.
How tall is Luxana?
She's 5'9".
Okay, so she's taller than me. So even if I try and reach it out of my grasp, she's still gonna
Yeah.
be right up on it. I kind of like shoulder up the whole way, like while we're walking, and I kind of turn to Zayla because I've never excuse me, I'm not one to point out things, but okay, so your name, Zayla, right?
Yes.
Cool. Where do you hail from?
I was constructed in the East.
All right. You're a very specific person there, aren't you?
I was constructed for research.
Oh.
What were you constructed for?
Mostly, my folks just want to get it on, but
I do not understand this local colloquialism. Please explain.
Well, me and my sister were mostly just procreation. Yeah, it was basically it. I mean, one of us was an accident. I'll let you guess who, but
It was him.
wait, does Luxana say that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, just because you're right doesn't mean that's not mean. Okay?
Are you still holding on to it, by the way?
Yeah, I'm just gonna just give it over to her.
Oh, yeah.
Good lord.
She adds some pep to her step to.
Why do you want the map so bad?
Because I want to get this over with.
Oh, all right. Back to you, because I am fascinated. Okay, so you say you hail from the east, right?
Yes.
And you were made for research, right?
Yes.
Cool. What are you doing here?
I was sent here to do more research.
Sweet. Any specific kind?
Observing other creatures as they navigate the world, specifically adventurers.
What for?
We just hear from up.
For research.
Okay, yeah, we got, okay.
Yeah, but who are you going to tell?
My maker will receive my data.
Oh, well, do you just tell him? Like, do you travel back to the east and just tell him, or is that how?
Yes.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And how, if you don't mind me asking, because I'm not sure how your internal workings work per se. How old are you?
Her eyes flicker a little bit as she's processing the question.
I'm sorry, if that's not computer. How many days ago were you built?
I believe in your terminology, it was 3 years ago.
Oh, so you're just a young pup now, aren't you? Okay.
So does that mean you're going to tell him everything we ever do and say?
No.
Just what you find informationally relevant.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, you know what, Zayla? I am very happy that you are on this little adventure with us today.
Thank you. Criven.
So no, Criven was he was the same height as me. Well, sort of, like he was like that, but my name is Crickstump McGraw.
Apologies.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Crickstump McGraw.
Now, do you go by anything other than Zayla, or just Zayla?
Zayla.
What about Seven? Can I call you Seven?
Yes.
Cool. And you?
I have never had a nickname
Well,
before.
if you are observant adventurers, we definitely do call each other by different names. Some that are nice and some that are not. So
Understood and recorded.
fantastic. Okay.
Sometimes we verbally abuse each other.
You gotta love a nickname that's the same amount of syllables as the original name.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, that's so good.
All right. So at this point, Criven and Denra make it back first. Hasan and Roderick follow. Not too much longer. It's still, it's not even 11 o'clock by the time you all gather at the North Gate.
Well, what's the
Let's
plan?
go to this manor, I guess.
Crickstump, don't you have the map?
Nope. Do not.
Did you lose it?
I did not. Why would you assume that?
I think it's very obvious why I would assume that.
I don't understand why you think I would
Roxana
use the
looks
map.
like she has it over there.
Yeah, if you guys
Someone-
stop
we should-
fighting long enough for me to get a word in edgewise, let's go.
Roderick, like you'll like in a moment you'll like realize that Creven's like directly behind you after that moment, and he'll just be like, looking at you. He'll be like, "You're very discerning. It's odd."
Thank you.
You know what I say. Whatever.
Honestly, I don't. Whatever.
Whatever.
Very good.
Walk away.
Hey son, write that down. You know what he says. Whatever.
Just him, though.
He does say that.
Hasan goes over to Crickstump and taps him on the arm and says, "Crickstump, you know, we're
What's
best
up?
friends. We're best friends and everything, and I would just like to ask that maybe you could try not to fight with Roderick so much."
Now, why would I not do that? It's fun.
Well, I know it might be fun.
Right.
It's just we have new people with us, and I just think it would be best if we all got along and put on a good face for it.
Well, I've been trying. I made friends with Seven over there, and
I thought her name was Zayla.
well, I'm calling her Seven. Her?
Isn't that
Do you go by her?
Yes.
Okay, I'm calling her Seven.
Were you attempting to shorten her name? Because
No.
you failed. Oh, okay. That still works, I guess.
Hasan leaves. and-
Technically, 7 is the first letter of my name.
So it is
Seven's not a
technically shorter.
letter.
It's a good
That's
point.
why.
I mean,
Anyway,
seven's a number, right? Everybody.
Loxana has started
Yes.
walking.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Denra's gonna
Tomorrow.
catch up with her.
Zayla did tilt her head a little bit at that.
Uh,
Like, huh.
Crickstump,
I'm gonna continue to walk stride to stride with Hasan. Just be like, all right, fine, but only if he does not get on my nerves.
Oh,
That's not
not
yeah, that's not gonna.
Uh,
That doesn't make me feel any better. But
nope.
It shouldn't, but
Yeah, exactly.
I give up. I sigh. I go, okay, that's
and-
what counts.
and Creven is walking in tow with Zayla and just asking about all of the way that she computates and processes information. So
Well,
Tell me everything about you.
it's not a long walk.
Definitely.
Like Mariah said, after you pass the North Gate, Loxana is studying the map, wanting to get through this as quickly as possible. And it's only about 5 minutes of a walk until you see the house. It's a relatively short house, kind of, you might call it ranch style. Except for attached to it, there's a 3-story tower. The whole thing is made of stone, and it may have once been painted, like maybe yellow. You can see some very, very old flaking paint. There is some open hole windows inset into it, and a fairly large wooden door.
maybe we're...
Loxana.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna on the way there, just like, maybe he's hiring us to paint that thing. I don't know.
I hope not.
Loxana knocks on the door. But
As a note,
Then-
I would totally hire a guild to paint the house because I hate painting.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
can't he just magic paint it though?
Yeah,
You always
prestige
think it's
thing.
gonna be so easy, and then 5 coats later, you're like, "Oh my god!"
Painting's
Did
the
you-
I
worst.
hate my life.
I'm sorry.
Absolute worst.
Did you put a primer down?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I
That's
don't know what to
included.
tell you.
red paint just sucks.
Loxana, you knock on the door, and it's only a few moments before the door opens, and there is a rather weary-looking dwarven woman who opens the door. She just looks at you kind of blankly. She says, "You're looking for Zakarn
Yep,
from the guild, yes?
you bet.
I will take you. Come."
Oh, that was
And she
quick.
just leaves
Sana, you
leaves the
bet.
door open.
as we approach the house and are walking into it, because of Creven's background, he promptly just goes into a completely unneeded, distinct description of everything about the architectural structure of the construction of this building.
Sounds fascinating.
Sayla listens to the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Reported.
So as you're walking in, you hear the dwarven woman call out, Zakarn, it is the guild people. I'm bringing them in. Please be dressed.
Please do.
She,
or not, who cares?
Or not, you're fine.
She leads you through part of the house, and you can even tell from inside that you're headed towards the tower. She opens this large door. He is inside. Please go in. And then she just kind of leaves.
Thank you. Oh.
I feel like I'm playing Stardew Valley when you describe the tower. I just, like, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
We're gonna go down into a mine, about 50 levels.
Hey, I've reached the bottom of the mine, so
Oh, congrats.
I got there.
Job.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Yeah. Have you found the second mine yet?
I'm sorry. There's a second mine.
See, so much more to look forward to.
The skull key.
I found the skull.
Second breakfast.
Yes.
Well, that's
Is it in the desert? Sorry. Let's get off the.
Our Stardew Valley live stream will take place on Tuesday nights.
Oh my god, we could just co-op. Oh my god.
You are ridiculous.
So you all huddle into this this room. The room, circular, of course, because it's in a tower. It is strewn with all kinds of odds and ends, random pieces. If there's any kind of organization at all, you're not sure what it possibly could be. You can see a rather unkempt looking halfling. He turns to face you. You can see that he's carrying a broom that's about as large as he is. He's bearded, kind of big features. He's just big personality, big features. There's a lot going on with Zakarn. May change some music here. Says you're from the guild? Hmm?
Yes, we are.
Good. I've been finishing my prep work here, and we are ready to begin the research. Are you ready?
What exactly is your research entail?
What?
What exactly does your research entail? What do you need us?
Sorry. Most of my research assistants are animals that I've given some small amount of intelligence to for a while, so I'm not so used to explaining myself.
Damn it, Roderick, you were right.
But let me explain a bit.
Yes, please.
He calms himself, settles himself. He says, I am doing profound research. I am pursuing that which is lost, seeking that which may not want to be found.
My other sock, yeah, I get it.
Looking for the source of great strife and misery, or at least discomfort and annoyance. Consider this question, if you will. All great research starts with a question. When one is laundering their clothes, and one gets to the end of the clothes laundering experience, very often one finds that they are missing a stocking or sock. Just one.
Yes!
Always just one. And you search fervently, and nothing. It's gone, disappeared. And now you're forced to either throw away a perfectly good sock that's left, or pair it up with some other leftover sock, making an unmatched pair that always feels different than it should. Where is that missing sock?
Where is it?
You will assist me in finding it.
Yes.
And
This is the quest for an age.
if we find one, we are likely to find the source of all missing socks and stockings, and gods, how remarkable that would be.
How remarkable would that be?
Are
No.
you kidding?
Are you
That-
sure you just haven't
That is a
bed?
that is the
Almost
biggest
my
treasure trove of missing material. I can't even talk to you.
Do you think that all the socks have somehow gone to some magical place?
Well,
Like
Of
an alternate
course.
dimension? Oh, is it on another plane of existence?
Of
we
course.
are about to find out.
Oh, I've
Strange
never
things
been
have
to another
happened.
plane of existence
Hey,
before.
You don't know this, Roderick? Of
Oh.
course.
Ah.
He is.
Anyway.
Settle down, settle down. I am an enchanter, you see, and I have taken a pair of socks and enchanted them. I have, you see, they're essentially gate stones. You hold one and activate it, and it will transport you to the other. Or at least in the vicinity, it depends how far away it is.
Alright.
Naturally enough, having laundered these socks, one of them has gone missing.
Ah.
And you will go to find it. Now, I've done what I can to locate it myself, but the results are a bit peculiar. See, according to my information, the missing sock should be right about, and he takes a few steps into the room and just like points to a spot about 3 feet off the floor. He says, "Here." But obviously there's no sock. My assumption then is that the missing sock is in some other place that runs parallel with our own. It may be that if we knew how to look, we could see it right now. But you will find it soon enough.
Okay, I think you lost me on that last part.
Roderick, has anyone said anything like that before? I don't think so.
No, because nobody's been stupid enough to say anything like that
Hey,
before.
I'll like elbow him in the side. Just hey.
So,
It's almost like you need someone with a vision who can see another plane of existence, because then perhaps they could see the sock that was there, but we are on this plane of existence, so we cannot see it.
Or, and hear
Perhaps.
me out on this one, maybe you could just buy some new socks.
Yes, but it's the journey that's the exciting part.
intellectual
willing to pay
curiosity is not really your strong suit, is it?
No,
No,
are we going to
it
fight?
No, it's not. It's
Am I
really
going to
not.
fight
not.
these socks? Are your socks going to have honorable
We
intentions?
could.
Hey!
Have you dealt with interdimensional socks before? It's not a good situation. It's
Yeah.
not
Are
good.
you
Be
being
prepared.
serious?
Hey! Also, Roderick, who do you think's been taking those socks? Maybe it's an interdimensional pirate. Maybe he wants
No.
a fair fight with you.
Very true.
Roger.
All right, are we ready?
Even-
I'm not.
Reading will, like,
I will
what-
admit, I'm not used to so much talking. The animals that I enchant usually don't speak.
Where are those animals, by the way?
Where?
Are they
Oh,
near?
Denra, don't go into that.
Don't ask about test subjects.
The other
Denver.
thing about the animals don't ask about other subjects. They're
Test
very quiet.
subjects? What?
They're extremely quiet.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Have you sent animals after these socks already?
Oh no, this is the first.
Then why are you sending us? Why? Why do you
For
think you needed a
people.
group of adventurers
How
to
dumb
go
is this
find the
man?
socks?
Incredibly dumb.
Do you
I
think it
don't
would be better to
understand.
send animals
Anyway.
after the socks?
Oh no, you need
No.
hands.
I think it would
I
be
was
better
speaking
to
to
just
Roderick.
buy
I
your
know
own
you
socks.
think not. No, that's ridiculous.
You need. You see.
That's ridiculous. That's the line that we're drawing.
No, Roderick.
It is.
Roderick, it is ridiculous because why would you buy new socks when you still got two unidentical socks? You just put each of them on and
Quick
you
stump.
wear 'em. They're
Why
not.
don't you just turn into some sort of animal and you'd be right up this man's alley?
Oh, you're dreaming.
I
Oh,
am.
it's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry.
Can my raven come along?
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Regardless of what the strange man keeps talking about, I assure you I am entirely ready for whatever it is. This seems fascinating to me, truly.
Is there anything that you can tell us to prepare us for being sent wherever you're sending us?
Absolutely nothing, except you will need this sock to get you to near or at
Right.
the other sock, and you will also need where did I put it? And he looks through some piles of stuff, and he picks up this small box, and the box is embedded with a lock, and in the lock is a small key. And he says, this will act as a kind of a simple message system. You simply open the box, and it will reappear instantly in my hands, and that will tell me that you have secured both socks and you are ready to come back.
And how will we be coming?
All right.
Well, I will get you back. That's part of what I've done.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I think as the most careful and cautious person in the party, I should hold on to the box.
You know what? Hey, son, that is an excellent idea.
Thank you.
And he hands you the box and says, who will take the sock?
I'm gonna put it on so we don't
I think
lose it.
This is my sock. I would prefer that you don't wear it.
I don't
Sorry.
know if it would fit your foot.
Maybe someone could just put it in their pocket.
You just
I
need to
got
hold
the
it.
sock.
I don't know. This is not
I got the
complicated.
sock. I've got the sock. I'll take the sock.
There.
Thank you very much. All right.
Right,
Ah,
write down
everybody.
sock in
All right.
inventory.
Hey, Sal, make
Enchanted
sure-
dogs don't have these kinds of complications. I just
Okay.
want you to know that.
Okay, yes, but enchanted dogs are more concerned with the bones they're chasing,
I
right?
want to meet an enchanted dog.
They're much cheaper.
Okay.
I always
you want
work
me
with
to enchant a
tinkering
dog,
subjects.
Hasan?
They work very well. You should keep it in mind.
All right, so you will go, you will find the other sock, you will uncover this mystery, and then turn the key to open the box, and I will bring you back.
Now, okay, one more thing.
Hmm.
What about all the other socks that might be there?
Well, most people have probably moved on, but the point is not necessarily the socks, but the mystery behind the socks.
I fully understand.
Yeah, all right.
All right, everybody, here we go.
Well, can I at least look for my... you know what? I'm not...
You can do what you wish. I just want you to uncover the mystery.
Crickstump will find you your sock when we get there. Don't worry.
I have multiple socks. Thank you very much.
We'll find you your socks.
So, in order to use the gate stone altogether, you'll need to all be touching in some kind of group. Hold hands, whatever. I don't care. Just be together.
Of course.
All right.
This is a requirement.
Yes.
Holding hands is fun, and I grab Luxana's hand.
See?
Hey, Zayla! High five!
Roderick goes over to Denra
Yes.
and just takes her arm. He's like, fine.
Oh. I don't think we're... Are we using it right now? Or...
No, we're
yes,
going
yes,
right
yes.
now. Yeah, we...
You're going.
Well, I think he was... Okay.
Nope.
No, I'm
Right
done.
Right now.
I'm done.
I thought for
fine.
some reason he was explaining like that's how we would
Nope.
use it when we got
Nope.
back.
Don't
This
explain
is
it too
Chris
much.
talking
We're
to me.
off.
Okay.
No, you're going
Chris
right now.
is talking.
All right, never mind then.
Hey, son, make sure that you you're all like well seated in your position and all that kind of stuff. Interdimensional travel is never very nice. Anyway, all ready?
I'm sorry, you've done this before?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
All right.
huh?
So, you all are touching in one way or another, all connected. Crickstump, you focus on activating the sock. You can feel it. Oh, sorry, Criven. Criven, you focus on activating the sock. It starts to glow a little bit in your hand.
Never seen a sock do that.
And you all feel your stomach drop a little bit, like a woozy feeling, like you're standing totally still, but it's almost as if everything is dropping from underneath you.
Oh, like a roller coaster? I hate that feeling.
That weird floaty feeling you get as you go over the crest. Your head starts to swim a little bit and almost feels like someone's tugging at your skin. For those of you with eyes open, vision starts to distort, almost like the walls are starting to peel away. Almost certainly would make you close your eyes, but you can try keeping them open if you wish. You're not going to see anything that really makes much sense.
Yeah.
And
Criven's here before he's got his eyes open.
you get the distinct feeling that you are moving, even though you are not. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Can I?
And
Can
as they do that, we're gonna go ahead and go to our break.
There it is.
Ooh.
So we're going to see you right on the other side of this break, and we'll see what happens on the other side of the sock. All right, we are back, and we have some very confused party members. As we left on our quest to find the missing sock and all the missing socks, Creven had focused on the Gatestone infused sock, and our party began to travel to somewhere else. And they made a wisdom saving throw. And I got the results of that wisdom save in the break. So, that feeling of nausea, of head spinning, of movement, suddenly comes to a halt. And you catch your breath a little bit. Your eyes start to focus. And you find that you are in the middle of a really beautiful field. Like a meadow just before dusk. Everyone, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh dear.
Okay, Zayla?
13.
Denra?
10.
Crickstump?
Dirty 20.
Creven?
Dirty 20.
You might need to mute some of the chewing sounds. Hey, Son.
16.
Okay. Roderick?
7.
Solid. Luxana?
10.
Okay. Before you notice anything kind of outside of yourself, you do notice a few things. You know, you kind of take stock as you come through of like, am I all here? Did I make it? Because you definitely feel like you've traveled some distance. Crickstump, it occurs to you very quickly that you are missing your quarterstaff.
I just have a shock of like, what?
What's wrong?
She gone.
Who's
She's gone.
Who's gone?
What,
Bessie!
your other sock?
Bessie.
No, his
who's
quarterstaff.
First of all, don't you joke about my other sock. Secondly,
Zayla, as you take a quick like status update, the most important thing, your spell book is with you. Your arcane focus, however, is not.
Oh.
Doesn't that they can't cast without like arcane focus and a quarterstaff if that's their focus?
Cantrips work. That's it.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy. Hey, it's easy to remember.
Luxana, as other people are searching, you are doing so as well. And interestingly enough, what's missing from you is the rock necklace.
How dare you?
Oh.
Mm.
I'll have my arcane focus though, so.
Wow.
And hey, San, it's almost a moment of relief as, oh, your crossbow is there, your instruments are there. The box is not.
No, you're fucking joking. He's like,
What?
Box.
Hey, Sana, you all right?
Yep, everything's fine.
And
Inside check.
you have only a moment to kind of account for all this, because as your attention turns from directly yourselves to just slightly outside of yourselves, you realize that you are not alone in this beautiful meadow. It's a meadow that's just kind of at the edge of a forest. It's just an absolutely picturesque scene. You see a table, a small table, sitting in this meadow, and there is a
Eat me, drink me.
looks to be an elven man sitting at the table. He's eating what looks to be toast and drinking out of a gilded mug. He is beautiful. Very like finely tanned skin, dark hair, and he also appears to be naked. And he's just very calmly eating his toast.
I am walking right up to him.
That's a proud move.
Not looking. I'm very dumb.
Hey! Where is my quarterstaff? Excuse me.
Excuse you indeed.
Where is our stuff?
Roderick wants to. He's like, "Am I missing anything?"
Also, I want to just take a
Denver
look
will
down
too.
and be like, "Yes, it's very impressive. Can you put on something?" Yeah, we get it.
Put on something. Do I come into your home and dictate how you dress?
You know what? You are correct, sir. I have misspoken. I'm gonna step back for a second. Can you tell us where we are?
Good question.
Please, maybe you could add a please, Crickstum. Be polite.
Thank you, Hasan.
I'm gonna add a please.
He takes a bite of his toast and sets it on the plate in front of him. And he says, "Well, it seems you're a very long ways from where you started."
We're looking for a sock. We're looking for a sock.
Tell me more.
There's no more than that. That's it. We were sent to this place to find a sock, a bloody sock.
Never mind the headstrong man. We are actually here to look for all of the socks.
Oh, yes, excuse me. Yes, socks, plural.
Yes,
I
all
put it
of the
I think, on
socks.
Roderick's
But
arm.
none of them match.
Nope.
And what has led you to believe that this is the place where such things could be found?
Just a small halfling with a beard in a tower.
We were sent here by, a wizard who believes this might be the realm of lost things, apparently.
Well, that's a very interesting supposition. Do you believe that?
Yes. Yes.
I just think it's another realm, but whatever.
Certainly. So you are here to locate a sock, these socks, all socks.
Crickstum,
His sock?
Why don't you show him the sock that we have, perhaps?
The other one of these socks.
Yes, this sock. It looks just like this, because socks come in a pair. Yes.
Theoretically, if the halfling, he never really quite let us know, but if the halfling had a similar sock to this one, it would be here somewhere.
Can I? Who am I? Luxana is casting detect thoughts while they're all.
On this individual.
Yeah.
Yet again, another spell that I still don't have a unique spell. And you're playing an entirely new character, and you still get it. I have one of my very few spells.
Let me take a quick look here. Second level spell. You begin to cast the spell, and he simply waves his hand, and you feel it like just fizz out almost instantly.
Right, that was his reaction, guys.
But that was rather rude, Loxana. You didn't even ask us permission.
Permission to what? What did she
To
do?
read his thoughts. She was trying to read his thoughts.
Oh, people who use magic. Jeez.
I also think
know.
this might be the land of lost things, considering a few of a few of my friends here have lost things since traveling here, and that sort of seems to check out a little bit.
Other people have lost things other than Crickstump's precious. What was it, Betsy?
Bessie and I'm so sorry. Is it Zayla? Is that how you say your name?
Yes.
Yes, also seems to have lost something. And Luxana, so quite a few of us.
Well, hold on. How come Roderick and Danra and Creven over there haven't?
I think we got lucky.
Yes.
I've done this before, so that's probably why.
Anyway, very nice to meet you. Sorry for barging in.
What is your name, sir? I'm Cleven Marsden. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh. I cannot think of anything less interesting than a name. It's all of your kind have a fascination with categorization, with naming things, with making things definite by placing them in some box or another.
I'm sorry, what did you mean by our kind? We are if anything, we are all quite different, I would say.
I think he means mortals.
You are much more the same than you are different. I would say, at least.
Then what are you?
Different. He stands up, and as he does so, the table just disappears, and he actually is dressed as he stands.
Thank you.
Thank God. Put some clothes on, man.
He wears just very loose, simple, white clothes with little gold accents. And he says, "Now, as for your quest that you're on, I would be interested in guiding or perhaps assisting or testing. You may call it all kinds of different things. I imagine that with enough perseverance that you could make it to the end."
I'm sorry, the end?
End of what?
Your quest.
Oh, yeah.
So do you know where our missing sock is?
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, that's great.
Can you just take us there, please?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I knew that was coming.
Roderick pulls out his rapier.
Whoa.
Roderick, what are you doing?
You have not challenged.
He doesn't respond to that at all.
He knows where our sock is, and he just told us he's not going to take us there, so I'm going to make him do it by force. Now take us!
Well, I am going to
literally just made a table disappear.
Lead you.
And you've turned into a crocodile!
Right.
Roderick, we don't attack people who are going to help us. He said he's going to help us, maybe not in the way that you want him to, but he's going to help us. So, is it very honorable to attack a person who says they're going to help us?
It might
No,
be.
it's not honorable.
Oh, I don't know if help is quite the right word for it. One piece of information before we go on to the next thing. One of you is lying, and then he waves his hand, and you suddenly feel yourself move again. And as you come to rest, you are now in a totally different locale.
Holy shit.
You are on like a plateau. Little rocky, still some like grass and vegetation around. And he says, "I would be very interested to see how eager you are to finish your quest. To not only that, but to find your missing items."
Mr. and obviously I don't know what to call you, but I'm gonna call you Mr. Yeah, I'm very interested in finding my lost item, and I'm sure Zayla is, and I'm sure Luxana is as well.
I mean, yeah.
Here's what I'll say. I am going to put together a few tasks for you.
Oh, we're already on one, thank you.
Why don't we hear him out,
And
Chris?
now you're on another.
Oh.
And at the end of this task, I imagine you can find one of your missing items.
Just one.
Oh, yes.
No, all of them?
He sounds about right.
Oh, how many people are missing items? How many of these things are we going to have to do?
How many people are missing items?
1, 2,
I'm not.
3. I'm sorry.
Well,
Hey, son.
4. Hey, son, what are you
Is
missing?
that a hand? Hey, son, what are you missing?
Oh, just
The box?
What is the box?
I did tell you.
box with the key, the box that gets us home. I want the box.
Oh dear God.
I did tell you to hold on to your facilities for interdimensional
It's not
travel,
my
did I
fault.
not?
I had it gone, and it's not my fault. You see where we are?
Hey,
It's no one's fault.
Hey,
It's
it's
no one's fault.
okay. It's
Grab your
okay.
grabber.
No,
No,
you're
we're
fine.
not. Hey,
It's
son,
fine.
it's all right.
We'll find the box. Hey,
We're gonna
son.
find the box, okay?
If it's where the socks were taken, we'll find it.
Oh, it's not. However, let me.
I don't like you.
Did you take the box?
Hey, killer, answer. Straightforward.
So let me explain your first task.
Amazing.
I'm sorry. That's out of character.
He
Regretting.
waves his hand, and a small pedestal appears with a bell on top, like a really finely crafted silver bell.
God, you gotta teach me how to do that.
No, I don't. So here
Love NPCs like this.
is
The best.
an enchanted little bell. It's got several uses. You'll probably figure them out as you go. But your task, very simply, is to touch this bell to its identical pair. There's another bell that's exactly like this one, and all you have to do is put them back together. That's it.
Roderick starts looking around for bells.
I'll tell you exactly where the other bell is.
That
It's
would
just
be
a matter of...
very kind of you.
Yes. So come with me. And he walks over near the edge of the plateau. Just go ahead and look down there.
I'm gonna stay with you.
I look over. Just
And what you see below is desert.
Sand? Like
Yeah, sandy desert.
it's not a
Here and
jungle
there are like large rock formations, but otherwise it's just desert.
Wow.
And he says, down there is the bell, and it's inside. You see, it's inside a creature. So all you have to do is find the bell inside the creature and touch them together.
Now,
Sounds about right.
quick question for you, Mister.
That's about right.
What kind of creature are we looking for here?
Oh, it's absolutely huge, gigantic, life-ending.
Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna say something like that.
Afraid? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you thinking of another word?
Well, no, it just seems natural.
Do we have to bring one bell to the other, or can we? Does it matter which order? Could we bring that bell back to this bell, or do we
All
need
that matters is the two bells touch.
Paul, how far up are we on this plateau?
About 60 feet.
And it's just like a sheer like drop.
I mean, there's a little bit of you could make your way down with some work. He says, now, a thing you should know. If you ring this bell, it will awaken the creature who has the other bell.
All right.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
My Google Home just went off from something Paul said.
That's hilarious. I thought I heard that.
No, thank you. We don't need your help.
It's just Zayla over there.
What can I do for you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
How can I help you, Lauren?
I would pay Megan to be my Siri voice.
Oh yeah.
So that's the entire task. If you'd like my assistance in getting down to the desert floor, I'm sure I can arrange that. But that's the whole thing. One bell, touch the other bell.
Okay.
You aren't going to tell us what kind of creature it is?
He did.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find out soon enough.
Heisan would pose the idea to his group. Well, if the one bell is inside the creature, I feel like we should just get it to eat the other bell, and then they'll be together inside the creature.
Well,
If they
it's large
touch
enough,
inside
they
of
might
it,
not
it's the
touch,
question.
right?
Well,
They might-
I feel like the likelihood of that happening is pretty high.
That is very optimistic.
Exactly.
Yes, well, I
But-
pride myself on being optimistic. Thank you very much, strange man.
I was gonna say, Mr. Heisan is the most optimistic person I've ever known. So
How
yeah.
often are you wrong, though?
Me?
Yes.
Wrong? The average amount of flawed human being, I suppose.
How did the other bell get in this creature?
Oh, I put it there.
Of course. I mean,
Okay.
what
well,
else?
Why are you having us do this?
He's having fun.
Why not?
Why not?
Because he's bored.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. All right.
All right, Mr. Mysterious Man, let's get on with your tests.
Creven will walk over to Roderick and be like, hey, Liam told me I should do something like this, and he'll lock eyes with Roderick and just be like, magic.
Yeah.
And then he'll walk away.
Is there a way to grab the bell without ringing it, Paul?
Yeah, you can be careful with it and just kind of carefully pick it up and it won't ring.
I do so.
Okay.
I'm
So,
trying to
A clapper.
all that matters is that the two bells touch, and the bell is inside the creature.
Yes, can you transport us down to this desert, please?
Certainly. He waves his hand. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
I was afraid something like
Just like a gust of wind blows us off.
The DC for not taking damage is only a 10. So is anybody below a 10 on this dexterity save? Okay. Zayla, what'd you get?
Oh, that's a 6.
Okay. Crickstump.
8.
Okay. And Roderick.
And I'll just round it out. I got the 7.
Okay.
My dexterity is +4.
Yeah.
By the way. Like
Mine too.
failing a dex save is
It hurt.
hard.
It hurt.
Yeah, same for me with danger sense.
Yeah.
Okay. A stiff gust of wind just pushes you off of the cliff. And for some of you, you're able to kind of ride it down. But Zayla, Crickstump, Roderick, you each take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the desert floor.
What, half the wizard's health?
Creven is totally just gleefully cackling as he's riding the wind down.
When we get to the bottom, Heisan scrambles over to the people who fell and was like, "Oh my God, is everyone okay? Does anyone? Oh!" And he like wants to do a medicine check, to see what's going on, if they look okay or I don't know.
They look like they just dropped like 40 feet unassisted.
Does anyone need a band-aid?
I mean, I'm doing all right. How are the others doing?
Looked like Zayla got hit really hard.
Oh yes,
Oh,
here I can.
Zayla's a machine. She can't be hurt.
Zayla's covered in dents and scratches
Yeah.
at this point. Can we for fun say there's one dent right here?
Sure.
Yeah, that doesn't
guys know why.
Shink and goes.
Zayla, do you need some healing?
How are you going to heal this thing?
Your assistance would be appreciated.
Yes, it would. Okay. I cast Cure Wounds at first level. Because I am still a level 4 bard.
Anybody got a potion?
Oh.
Uh,
Ow.
Does
No.
no one have a healing potion?
I don't.
No.
I have one, but I think perhaps if you can hold on, Crickstump, we should
Why
save
didn't
it.
I think to spend my new money on fucking potions?
I'm
Dummy.
so sorry.
Those who did not, so everybody who did not take damage, and Hasan, you are busy. So
Oh, right.
Denra, Luxana, who else did not take damage? Creven. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nice.
There it is. For 22 total.
That's 12 points of healing for you,
Nice.
Zayla. Pat you up real good. I give you a pat on the head and say it's gonna be okay.
Luxana, what'd you get?
12.
See,
And
Roderick, she can get
Creven.
healed.
4.
Okay. So you two, I mean, just kind of taking all this in. Denra, you are
Glaive
your
out.
danger sense
Ready
kicks
for.
in, and you feel something below.
Ooh.
You can feel like vibrations. You can feel sand shifting a little bit. There is something underneath you.
Okay.
Everyone all right?
Yes, I'm a little worse for the wear, but I'll be fine.
No, you're fine. All right.
Denver, are you going to say anything, or are you just going to wait?
Yeah, she's kind of listening, making sure nothing else is happening because everybody else is still kind of healing up. And I'm saying, okay, hey everybody, there's rumbling happening below us. Whatever that creature he mentioned is. I don't know how far or how close, but they're right below
wake
us.
up unless they ring the bell, so it's something else.
Did any of us who actually, hey son, were you weren't damaged when we fell, were you? Okay, cool. And you were holding the bell, so I just figured maybe it jangled in that moment.
Perhaps if there's something underground, we should try to get some high ground. Is there
Or
any
just-
rock formations around?
Yeah, hey, son, could you just not ring the bell for a couple minutes?
Just walk in rhythm, so it only feels like one creature standing on the sand. You're welcome. It hides our numbers, but we gotta be careful because I don't know what's going on. So make sure we're all okay first before we ring the bell. We'll need
We're
to
going to
bell.
ring the bell.
Why are we
We'll
ringing
need
the
to.
bell,
Do you
Denver?
expect to dig down in that sand?
I was thinking maybe we were going to find where it was and just work with it that way.
What? You really think we're gonna find it? And look, I just like look into this
We're just
vast
standing
dune.
here at the moment.
We're on Arrakis. Like, come on, man. Like, there's nothing we're gonna find here. I hear it below us already.
What about this entire realm so far has made you think that that's actually nothing?
That's a good point, but at the same time, I really don't think it's a little more straightforward than we're making
Can
it.
we get onto some rocks, please, before something comes and eats us out of the sand?
Oh,
That's actually a
God,
good
so
idea, yes.
whiny, and he'll grab Roderick by the cuff and like drag him over to where the rocks are.
Excuse me?
What? You whining about it? Might as well get you over there instead of talking about it. Good lord.
There is a rock
We
formation
can
about
find-
30 feet away. That would
Okay,
be
yeah.
just enough to hold all of you.
Why are we always fighting? It's giving me a headache. Can we all just
Yes.
be quiet for 2 minutes?
What do you mean fighting?
We're dysfunctional. You can't tell
No, not really.
because you're also dysfunctional. Yes. All right. Let's just get up on the rocks.
Roderick is looking around trying to spot anything in the sand.
Go ahead and make a perception check, Roderick.
I don't think you're dysfunctional.
Oh, thanks, Quick Stuff.
I think many of the things you have on you function just right.
Hey, they really do. It's quite interesting.
I do apologize. That was out of line.
What'd you
He
get,
will.
Roderick?
18.
So you are scanning around, and now that Denra's pointed it out, you do see there's nobody moving on the sand, but the sand is moving here and there.
Is it like specific spots, or is it all kind of undulating?
Not necessarily specific. It's spread out a fair ways.
Okay.
But you do see that there's as if something is moving underneath.
Didn't the elf, say that the bell had different functions too? Something like that? Like, didn't he say? No?
He did say that.
Yeah.
Like, besides just ringing it and, yeah, okay, I would like to cast Identify on the bell.
Okay.
My first time using the spell. I'm very excited.
Good one.
So as you take a moment, focus on the bell, the knowledge, it's so intense, the magic that's behind this, that it's a little difficult to grasp because it just kind of floods your mind. It does summon whatever is attached to its pair, and the pair rings simultaneously. It also allows you to be understood by anything
Okay,
when you are holding it.
that's it.
That's it.
Okay, I say, could I have everyone's attention for a moment, please? So this bell, he said it had multiple functions, and I've figured out that the other one is that we can communicate with literally anything if we are holding this bell or have this bell or whatnot. So I think the purpose of that is this very life-threatening monster, we might want to try talking to it first before we just start attempting to kill it. I mean, I don't see why this bell would have that feature if that wasn't hopefully part of the purpose of it, you know. Yeah.
Let's ring the bell.
Are we ready to do that? Is everyone in agreement?
No.
Maybe ready yourselves.
Yeah. Creven wants to get into a higher rock position, so that he has kind of a lay of the sand.
Are you wanting to move off the current rock formation that you're on?
No, just getting higher up on it if you can.
Okay. There's not a whole lot of higher up on it, but you do manage to find a position where you feel like you've got a little bit of sight.
Cool.
Before I ring this bell too, I think we should perhaps decide who will be doing the talking and what exactly we are going to be asking this creature. Before, you know, I've noticed that when we all start talking at once, people usually stop listening and don't really respond well to that.
Yes, well, I think obviously I should be the one doing the talking.
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry.
Don't mean to brag, but I'm kind of educated in the arts of words.
I was going to either say hey son or crick stump. Crick stump.
Yeah, I was
Not crick stump. No.
Hey, I was gonna pick hey song.
Good. Well, I think we can all agree on hey son.
And what are we exactly going to ask it or talk to it about? It can give us back the bell? Are we trying to convince it to?
I think the first thing is to not eat us.
That is true. That is at the top of my list. Please do not eat us. But then that doesn't solve the problem of the bell, which we need. That's inside of it.
I think you just should ask for the bell. Seems simple enough to me.
Just ask it to throw up or something.
Maybe not that. That's a little extreme. Just if you could just give us the bell back, that would be great.
Okay, yeah, we'll try.
It's assuming it knows about.
You'll be fine.
I'm right here while I'm like sitting down on the rock, like just like holding my head, just like we're right here for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. All right. Here goes.
Yeah, I got my glaive out ready.
Okay. Are you ringing the bell?
I'm ringing the bell.
Okay. You take a deep breath. Ring the bell. And for a moment, you can just see the sand shift and move. The tone of the bell is very fine. Not annoying, just very clear, and it seems to last even longer than when you're actually ringing it. Just kind of floats in the air. More sand shifting, You can feel the rock that you're on vibrating a little bit. There's movement, great movement. Everyone, go ahead and make a perception check. And let me know who gets a 15 or better. Okay, those of you who got a 15 or better can now roll a history check.
Oh boy. No, I'm not good at that.
We'll start with Denra.
It's an 8.
Okay.
History check.
Crickstump.
That's a nat 20.
All
Nice.
right. Anyone else get a nat 20? Okay.
You got a 9.
Crickstump.
Have I seen
You've not seen it.
Okay.
Heard about it, read about it perhaps, heard tales.
Read the story Pinocchio, yep.
Frightening stories told around a campfire. You see a flash of purple scales.
Oh no.
And you know what's coming just a second before everyone else does. Because you've heard tale of the gigantic purple worms that lurk in the desolate wastes. And as it rises out of the ground, it starts by extending to its full height, well above 60 feet.
Oh, jeez.
And then, as if honing in on the sound of the bell, it slowly curls downward towards your rock formation. It is in width, it is the size of the entire rock formation that you are standing on. And you can see that all of you very easily would fit in its now open mouth.
Oh, God.
Talk to it! Hey, son, say something!
Please.
Hey, son, say hi.
Hello, great creature.
Purple worm.
I take it that you can understand me, yes?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Hasan.
That is a 15.
Not bad.
You see it hesitate for just a second, but it hasn't necessarily stopped heading in your direction.
You see this bell? Yes, I'm sure you might recognize it. I believe you have a bell inside of you, and we actually need that bell, and we're hoping that you could give us that bell.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at advantage.
Ooh, nice.
The DC for this persuasion check is 17.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a 23.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all stand there looking up into the open mouth of this worm. You see row upon row upon row of teeth. It leans down further. Further. You can smell its breath. It is horrible. You can see bits of
Smells like cinnamon.
old dead things among its teeth.
Hey, Dad.
There are those enchanted dogs you were asking about, Denra.
And it stops about 8 feet above your heads,
Oh, God.
hovering there. And you can see from the depths a tongue comes slithering out across the rows of teeth. Huge. Like the tip of the tongue is as big as Denra.
Oh, God.
And it comes slithering down closer and closer and closer. And Hasan, it is headed right for you.
I like hold out the bell. Like, I really hope that, you know, if you do this for us, let me know if there's anything I can do to repay the favor.
And it stops just short of touching you. And Heisan, as you open your eyes, you can see just a little glint of silver. Kind of...
In its tongue?
Yeah.
I like throw the bell at Roderick that I'm holding. I'm like, here.
What?
Roderick, go ahead and make a dexterity save to catch this.
Whoa! No! Why would you? I'm sorry!
Why'd you throw it?
I'm stressed out. There's a like worm in my face. Okay? No!
You're supposed to touch him.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh, you bastard! Too good at that.
This is what we were talking about last night. You're too good of an actor.
Roderick, you catch the bell, like not even thinking about it, just all of a sudden just like shh. But as the bell moves, the tongue starts to retract up and the mouth starts to get closer.
Oh, wait, give the bell back, give the bell!
Please stop!
Oh, right.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage, Roderick.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, it wouldn't be as exciting if I didn't throw the bell, guys. It's okay.
That's a good point, yes.
Just a reminder, we've got 2 wizards in the party who have like
No HP.
no.
Yeah.
Just a rock.
I got a 12.
Okay. You watch helplessly as the tongue slithers back into its mouth and it raises up a little bit, its mouth coming almost in a comforting way.
Can
I hand the bell back to Heisan and say, well, get it back!
Can I try to cast suggestion?
It is something you definitely consider for a moment. And then suddenly, everything goes dark. You hear a great crashing sound around you as rows and rows and rows of teeth just come cascading on all sides. And all of you, in a moment, just go blank. And you feel yourselves moving, shifting, this horrible, like, pulling sensation, nauseous head spinning, and when your eyes refocus, you're back up on the peninsula. And the mysterious man is, has his coffee or whatever he was drinking back. And he takes a sip and looks at all of you and says, "No, that didn't quite go as you planned, I think."
Nope.
Is this a joke to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You haven't caught that yet? Hey, son, what happened?
Sorry, I got stressed out. I don't know.
It's,
I will say
That's
that
fine, it's
to
fine.
your
I'm sorry.
great credit. That was very entertaining, and that is literally all I care about.
Well, if all you want is entertaining, then you've come to the right place, my friend.
Perfect.
Do we pass?
Oh no, you failed. I assume next time you'll do better.
Is it the same challenge again?
Yes. Except it might be slightly angrier this time.
Roderick goes over and grabs the bell and says, "If you wouldn't mind, I would like to not be hurt this time when you transport us down, please."
Well, that's up to you.
No, it's not. It's up to bloody you.
What, do we have to be transported down though? Can we just start up here?
You can do
we
whatever
have-
you want.
We have
All
an
right,
advantage if we're
Roderick rings the bell.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty
My
big, so it
guy,
makes
my
sense.
guy Roderick.
Are you
like
gonna do the talking? I know I messed up, but I still am pretty.
No, I think you were almost there, and I give the bell back to Heisan.
The bell
Got this.
rings, and you
I
hear
won't
again
throw it, I promise.
the shifting of sands as this purple worm raises back up out of the sand, and it does look. I mean, if it could look at all like anything. It seems to look more irritated this time.
You've got this, Hassan. You did it once. Do it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up finally because I was still sitting right. And I'm just gonna come up to Hassan and be like, you got this. Don't worry about it. I'm right here.
I definitely learn from my mistakes when I make them, and I make them a lot. But I learn, and that's the important part. So, is it up already?
Oh, it's raising up just above the level of the plateau, and it starts to bend downwards.
Yes, I am so sorry. That was incredibly aggressive of us and probably startled you very, very much. But I understand what you were trying to do, and I would like to play along and do it appropriately this time. I hope you'll forgive us. I won't move. I will stay right here because I know what to do.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Ooh.
Creven is sitting down and like has like a little like screwdriver, and he's just like tinkering with something in his hand.
17.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm good at what I do.
It stops. Its mouth a little closer than when it rested last time.
You have lovely teeth. They're just quite stunning.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh, come on.
Hason's sincere. He's trying to find something to make him feel good about himself. God,
You can also see the teeth, though. So
They're not good.
They're horrible.
Yeah, they're not good.
Objectively.
He doesn't lie. I mean, sometimes.
We are easily offended by our sharp teeth, Hasan.
It was a 6.
Ooh.
Your scales are quite shiny and purple. You know, I absolutely love the color purple.
Roderick, there's just this moment. There's just this sigh that builds up in you as you see the purple worm retract up and then come crashing into the plateau again.
Oh, why are you doing this to me?
You feel
the face of the party.
You feel this like rending feeling. Like it doesn't feel good. The first couple of teeth definitely hit before you are pulled, and as you reappear back on the plateau, which now has a huge chunk missing off of it.
Holy shit!
Okay, so
the mysterious man is that was wonderful.
I mean, Roderick is gonna go over and ring the bell again.
I talk too much, don't I?
Hassan, I'm going to give
Just
this one
like
a
you.
try.
Okay, yeah, you do that. Yeah, good job.
So I ring the bell.
Although I do want to cast Enhance ability on Roderick and give him more charisma if he's gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
The mysterious stranger. Good luck.
Thank you.
And as you ring the bell again, this time much faster, the purple worm bursts out of the sand.
Gray worm? No, purple worm?
Ah.
You're not gray, you're purple. Purple worm, I've come to bargain. You have a bell in your tongue. I have a bell right here. We can keep doing this forever, or you can just stick out your tongue and I can touch the bell and we won't ever have to do this again.
Go
and
ahead.
you get advantage on that.
And since you would normally have disadvantage on this persuasion check, you will just roll straight.
Got it.
Better than a disadvantage.
Indeed.
Creven's gonna look over to Crixus and be like, "You think he's gonna succeed this time?"
I honestly don't
I
know.
got an 11.
It's harder. Why did I have to fuck up the first time?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. He's not gonna.
It backs up a little bit, and it's very frustrated that you keep on reappearing, that it can't, like, it's trying to eat you and is not succeeding. So it takes a different tactic, kind of scoots back a little bit and tries to sweep over the plateau to see if that works any better. And you all just swept off the plateau and go tumbling down its gullet, and then you feel that sucking sensation.
Can I, so we're still going in its mouth?
Yeah, for a moment.
Can I try to throw the bell?
Sure.
In the mouth.
Go ahead and make. I will say that the DC for this for this dexterity check is going to be 20.
Yeah, that's fair. Nope. That's an 11 again.
Okay.
We're never leaving this place.
I'm really trying though.
No, it's okay.
You just hurl it and reappear back on the plateau.
Yeah.
Falling through the air, Creven is still tinkering on the thing that he was working on. It's just completely
Lands back in the spot, keeps going.
Let me try again.
That was a good attempt.
Let me try again.
Are you mocking
was
us?
it really?
No.
No,
Not you, Hasan. Not you, Hasan.
Talking to that one.
I'm talking to naked McMagic Elf over
I'm
here.
wearing clothes now.
Yes, I know.
Would you like me to be naked?
No, please. Thank you.
I'd like to leave.
You're an excellent
please.
student of your
You
kind.
know what? Go for it.
Hasan, would you like to try? Would anyone else like to try?
Just give it to me.
Yeah, give it.
Oh God! Yeah, Crickstump, by all means, I would love to watch you get eaten by this worm, please.
All right.
We've all been eaten by the worm 5 times now. 4 times.
Creven's just like cross-legged, just like kneeling up against, like leaning up against Crickstump's, like against his leg while he's working on this.
Ring.
You ring the bell and,
Hang in the chain.
kind of like Free Willy, the purple worm just like launches into the air and over the plateau that you're on and back into the sand and then back up.
Excuse me, Mr. Purple Sandworm. I do apologize for the incompetence of my compatriots. They do not know what they are doing. If you would please allow us to touch that bell inside your tongue, I am sure that we will just leave you alone because obviously you do not like us.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna be lucky on this.
Oh.
And I am going to use my inspiration.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
So that's a 22 total.
Yes!
Okay. So you just put it all out there.
Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion.
Yeah.
That's a game perception check.
And you saw it like leap overhead and dive back down and back up and hover. You can almost you could almost reach out and touch the teeth. And it stops. And this purple tongue comes slithering out over the rows of teeth and stops just in front of you.
Do it, Crickstump. Just touch it.
And Crickstump, you can see the little glint of silver kind of embedded in there.
Ding.
You touch the 2 bells, and that feeling of moving again, and your head is swimming, you are nauseous. This has happened so many times today. You are just propelling somewhere. Who knows where? But you hear the mysterious man's voice as you do, and he says, well, if you're that entertaining for all of these, I think we're going to have a great day. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Damn. Wow.
Sorry, guys.
No.
You had
Made
it. You
for intense.
succeeded.
And then
I
last second.
understood what I needed to do as I made the choice. And I was like, well, here we go.
Like, you not only figured out the puzzle, but then you solved the puzzle and did it, and then failed it.
Yep.
Last second.
Hey, but aren't you? I'm pretty
Abort.
proud of myself that I figured that out.
No, that was good.
That was very good. That was very
Fine.
good.
Just talk to it. This is why Hason says no violence. You can talk everything out.
I mean, usually not, but in this case, that was in fact the puzzle.
Usually.
I mean, tell that to the pirates that we fought the other time.
Or the
that's
brain.
All
Or
right,
the
so
brain
I'm
that
going
I
to go
had to
ahead and say good night to the players. Thank you all so much. That was a great session. I'm going to go ahead and talk to the folks at home. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thanks for watching. We're so glad to have you here. Now, next week we are taking off, so you're going to catch us back here continuing this craziness in whatever land they're in 2 weeks from tonight. So take care of yourselves, get vaccinated, and we'll see you really soon on the next episode of The Adventurers Guild.